welcome back to my floor. Today's video is going to be me talking about something I'm not qualified to talk about, and that is money and finances. So I had some people asking me, how did you get your Airbnb, etc. So I'm going to explain to you guys how you can probably get your Airbnb for free or at a really big discount. So before we start off this video is brought to you by my boy with love socks. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. And you can get those in Myeongdong Station. I've mentioned this in like a previous video somewhere, I don't know where, but my Airbnb was awful. It was terrible, but it was free. So I basically stayed in Seoul for like 2 months for free. And even though you could totally get something way better, I still got it at a huge ass fucking discount. So let me explain to you guys how I did this. Wait, let me just, major disclaimer, major mother effing disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Bitch, I can't even take care of my own kidneys, let alone give you financial advice. So keep it in mind that this is just a girl, her savings, and a dream. That's all that was. All right? Thank you. So what I did before going to Seoul was that I solicited a credit card from my bank. Let me explain why I got that. I got that credit card because it had no international fees. So I was like already like, cha-ching, let's go. Because a lot of credit cards do that. They charge you international or overseas fees every time you buy something, or you might run into issues where you try buying something and your credit card gets canceled. As many of my chingus let me know that happened to them at a 𝐇𝐨𝐥𝐚, and it's very inconvenient. So I decided to not even mother effing risk that with my Amazon card or my debit card. And I just decided, fuck it, I'm getting a credit card. So what I ended up doing was I got that credit card, and there was a sign-up bonus where if you spent, I think it was like 4,000 bucks in the first 3 months, you got 70,000 points, which is the equivalent of about 700 bucks if you use it right, or even more if you know how to use it. And another reason why I got the card that I did was because it had like a, I don't know, a deal with Airbnb where they would pay about up to like 25% of your stay. So basically, if you got a $100 Airbnb and you use your points to pay it back, at the end of the day, it'll only cost you about 75 bucks, something like that. So what I did was I looked into all the perks and I just chose the card that best like suited me and it best helped me. So it had the international fees, it had that bonus, and it had that deal with Airbnb. So I was like, I bet this is what I'm gonna use. And at the end of the day, I had all the money. Like I could have paid cash, but I'd rather make that money work for me. So what I ended up doing was I paid everything with that credit card. I met the $4,000 like that. And after I got my Airbnb, it gave me the option to pay myself back. It was one of the options that you're able to do after paying for that. So I selected that and I ended up paying for the Airbnb 100% with just points. So I ended up getting it for free. Had I picked a better Airbnb, I would have had better quality and I would have gotten it at a heavy discount. So it's still useful. Even if it's not free, it's still at a heavy discount. So that's what I did with the credit cards. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to get a credit card and put all that shit on a credit card. Don't do that. I did it because I knew I could pay for it. I knew I had the cash on hand, so whatever expense I made on my credit card, I can immediately pay that shit back. I'm not trying to dig myself into debt. Hell no. So I had all of the money ready to go, and I just had the credit card so I can accumulate points and I can end up getting more perks and stuff. That's why I got that credit card. This is not a one size fits all. This is just something that personally worked for me. I got a credit card that I made sure had no international fees and never had an issue with my credit card. My first credit card that I got was the Amazon, I think it was the Amazon card given through Chase. It's a Visa, so I can use it wherever I want. That one doesn't have any yearly charges or yearly fees or anything, so I can literally just build up my credit on there, and I don't have to cancel it at any point because it's free. So I just have that one in the back burner. That one did get denied. I tried getting into a club with that one and it did not charge, so I ended up just using cash. But at the end of the day, just use cash if you're going to a club. It's just the easiest thing to do. But that is, so yeah, I had issues with that card, but with my Chase Sapphire, I did not have any issues. Let me double check which one it is actually. Yeah, I have it right here. I'm obviously not gonna fucking show you the numbers, and I'm not a dumbass, but this is what it looks like. It's the Chase Sapphire Preferred. It has no international charges and it has a yearly fee, so just keep that shit in mind. It's 95 bucks a year. So what I did was that I got a credit card. I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That's 95 bucks a year, but the first year is completely free. And if you spend about, I think it's 4,000 bucks in the first like 3 months, you get 70,000 points. So I knew that I was gonna have to make a couple big purchases, so it's not like I was going out of my way to spend money. That's probably the stupidest thing you can do with a credit card, spending outside of your means just to get that bonus, because there's no point. You're spending money that you weren't even gonna spend in the first place. That's kind of counterproductive. It's kind of stupid. So what I did was I knew that I was gonna have to spend those 4,000 bucks. So I got this credit card, I spent those 4,000 bucks, and I ended up getting something back. I got a free Airbnb. So what I did was after I got all of those points, I split my Airbnb payment into 2 different credit cards because my mom also did it and I did it. And what we ended up doing was I paid half of the Airbnb, she paid half of the Airbnb, and we ended up paying it completely off with the credit card points. So there you go. You can make your money work for you. I mean, I could have easily done that with just cash and I would have gotten absolutely nothing out of it, and I would have had to pay extra 1,000 bucks for the Airbnb. But now I got it for free and I can use that to invest into my next Airbnb. So we're just using this card to spend, to buy our daily purchases, whatever things we need at the grocery store, getting gas, even though I don't suggest use a credit card for gas because it's more expensive, use cash. But if we don't have cash, we'll use my credit card. And also it has things on, like if you go to your dashboard or whatever for the credit card on the Chase app, there's also different things that you can add on to it. Like for example, I think the other day I added something for maybe Chevron, even though I don't fucking use Chevron, that's just too expensive. Maybe even like, let's see, what companies? I knew there was one for Starbucks in one of my cards. One of my cards, it was like you can add it and get like a 10%, 5%, something on Starbucks. There's different offers that you can add onto your card. So yeah, that's just what I did. But remember, this is not a one size fits all. This is just what worked for me. So yeah, this is just a quick little video on how I was able to get no international charges on anything that I bought. My credit card never got canceled. I never had any issues. I was able to just pay for everything. Everything was smooth sailing. So that's what I would do. I would just be super cautious because when you're in another country, sometimes your bank will be like, hey, yo, this is fraud, because I know your bitch ass ain't over here. And then you'll just be like, yeah, that's actually me. So be careful. Don't do this if it's outside of your means. Stay within your means. Don't overspend just to get a credit card, nothing like that. I just need to give the biggest fucking disclaimer because I don't want anyone to see this video and be like, ah, yes, that means I need to get a credit card. No, don't. This is just what worked for me. It might not work for you, but this is just what worked for me. All right? Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Next video is probably going to be emotional oranges, so get ready for that. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Bye.